Hey everybody, how you doing? My name's Lukey. I'm coming at you live for the post show for Boiling Point 2006. This is Explosive Pro Wrestling. You can see lots of happy fans leaving behind me. It was an awesome show and it got underway in spectacular fashion. Three-way dance, three high flyers in the ring. I'm talking Chris Weiss, AZ Vergara, and Shane Haste. And what an unbelievable matchup it was. All three men put their bodies on the line. All three men trying to take away the victory. But only one man could emerge victorious, and that was the high flyer, Shane Haste. Had an unbelievable victory, but then, as he tried to celebrate, his celebrations were cut a little short as he was cut off by Mikey, returning from America, returning from Japan. He returned with Impact, and he threw down the gauntlet. He challenged Shane Haste for Reawakening, and Shane Haste, of course, accepted that challenge. So that match will take place come November 4th. Next up in action at Boiling Point, we saw FN Carnage step into the ring with a member of the European Union, Marcus Pitsinopoulos.
Pitsinopoulos foiled. Oh, powerbomb.
Eventually, as it looked like FN Carnage was about to walk away with the victory, in came Johnny Wimbledon and cost FN Carnage a clean victory. FN Carnage did win the match via disqualification, but that wasn't good enough for him. And later on, the European Union, they came back and they issued a challenge to FN Carnage.
Reawakening, 5 years of EPW. How about you face the three of us, the full might of the European Union, in a handicap match?
FN Carnage, surprisingly enough, said no problem, but one condition: let's make it a hardcore match. Of course, one of the biggest matches of Reawakening is always the Invitational Tournament Final. There was two places to be decided in that. First up, there was Brock Freeman taking on Damian Slater. Now, Damian Slater, he's made a hell of an impact in EPW. Of course, great South Australian wrestler. He came all the way over the Nullarbor, flew over, and well, he may have just wasted a trip because the American Nightmare Brock Freeman emerged victorious in that match with a massive Phoenix Splash. That's right, flippy, flippy, flippy. Brock Freeman walks away the victor, and he was to take on the winner of Devlin Reeves and James Street. Now, Devlin Reeves and James Street competing for that final spot in the Invitational Tournament at Reawakening. So much on the line. Of course, Devlin Reeves obsessed with that trophy. He would do anything to get it. After two huge pile drivers, he had no choice. Devlin Reeves got the 1, 2, 3 and walked away with the victory. The main event of Reawakening 5 was to be decided in a gauntlet match. Jimmy Payne putting his title on the line against the winner. First up, we had Jay Taylor and Johnny Wimbledon. Johnny Wimbledon just managed to squeeze a victory over Jay Taylor. But as he was celebrating and enjoying his moment, he kind of had the lights come back on and a surprise was waiting for him in the 6'5" Richter, who then destroyed Johnny Wimbledon. Richter, however, didn't go all the way. He didn't capture that main event. His dream was cut short by the Don, Michael Molione, who came in and with a little help from his friends at the European Union managed to upset the big man, and he did, in fact, beat Richter. Michael Molione then went on to face former Forefathers member Justin Sane, one-on-one action, and, well, let's call it 2 for Michael Molione. Once again, he walked away with the victory. However, Michael Molione couldn't go undefeated all night. Next up, he had to face the fallen angel Azazel, and Azazel took that victory with ease. However, as the fans thought it might be, Azazel didn't walk away with the victory. Oh no, Azazel was attacked. He was blindsided by Davis Storm, who delivered a crushing Eye of the Storm to Azazel, sending him down to the mat, and then out came the next participant, Brad West, to capitalize and pin the fallen angel.
No. Oh, give me a...
And then the surprise competitor came out. Bobby Marshall made his EPW return, much to the delight of the fans.
Tornado DD taking on... Oh. drop! Comes back, ducks a clothesline. Kick to the midsection of Brad West off the ropes. Scissors kick! Brad West is down. Can Bobby Marshall capitalize? Turns him over. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner and #1 contender for Reawakening, Bobby Marshall!
Bobby Marshall emerged victorious and will take his spot in the main event. He'll take his shot at the EPW title come November 4th. Then it was time for Jimmy Payne to have some fun, unfortunately. The Forefathers member, the EPW champion, took on rookie Rusty Evans.
Him up. Powerbomb. Side headlock. Oh my.
I left in him some. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen.
However, as he was about to gore Rusty Evans through a table after the match, out came Bobby Marshall, and he delivered a gore of his own that sent Jimmy Payne right through the table. Now you remember, that's the move that Jimmy Payne used on Bobby Marshall that almost put him out of action. So that was a sweet piece of revenge for Bobby Marshall, and hopefully a sign of things to come at Reawakening. Jimmy Payne undefeated at Reawakening, but Bobby Marshall, he's never stepped in the ring with him, so who knows what could happen. And of course, our main event, who could forget? The Master of Mayhem, Havoc, stepping in the ring against Davis Storm. Now, so much on the line in this match, especially for Havoc. If Havoc was to lose to Davis Storm, then that meant that Jag got to have a one-on-one match with Anella at Reawakening. However, if Havoc was to defeat Storm, then Havoc would finally get his hands on Jag in a one-on-one match at Reawakening. Now, this match was unbelievable. They threw each other around. They threw each other off the top rope. They threw each other off the apron. Davis Storm dived off the top rope over the guardrail into Havoc. They pulled out all the stops. However, it was Havoc who emerged victorious with a big backdrop driver on Davis Storm, followed by a Tiger Pile driver. Davis Storm was out cold, and Havoc had his hand raised in victory. So let me tell you, folks, we have the biggest show in the history of EPW on the way. Let me talk about some of the great matches we've got at Reawakening happening November 4th right here at Maylands. We have the Invitational Tournament Final that's going to be taking place between the American Nightmare Brock Freeman and Devlin Reeves. Also in action, the European Union in a handicap hardcore match taking on FN Carnage. Also in action, it's going to be Mikey one-on-one with Shane Haste. The rematch I myself have been waiting a long time to see. Then, in the main event, we will see Bobby Marshall and Jimmy Payne, the EPW title on the line. Jimmy Payne, as I said, undefeated at Reawakening. However, he's never faced Bobby Joe Marshall. So that match will be one for the books, let me tell you. That is going to be a classic. And of course, Jag and Havoc one-on-one. You couldn't ask for anything more. Reawakening 2006, EPW's 5th anniversary. If you're not at Maylands November 4, you're not a wrestling fan, because that show is going to be a classic. It will live up to the hype. I'm Lukey. Thanks for watching.